Hi, delegates. I'm Anthony Costa. I'm your USG for Crisis, and joining me today is Gabe Delaney. He's going to be your chair for NFL owners. How you doing today, Gabe?
I'm doing very well, Anthony.
Great, fantastic. So, why don't you just start off by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I'm a junior rising senior in the college studying political science and history at Penn. I am currently working on a thesis, which is taking up a lot of my time. But other than that, I debate on the college circuit. I was involved in student government here at Penn for some time, and I'm looking forward to committee next year.
Great. So, in particular, talking about the NFL Owners Committee, what is your vision that you have for this committee so far? What do you think delegates should expect?
So, I think I want a committee that's four things, essentially. One is that it is rooted in reality. I want it to seem like a real NFL owners meeting. I also want to foster substantive debate. Obviously, that's a critical element of any particular committee that goes well. And I want the delegates to imagine what the NFL can be and must be going forward. It's the wealthiest league in the entire world of any sport, even if you put together all these soccer leagues of Europe. And it has an immense role to play in the U.S. economy. And projecting outward, it's a very popular sport, and we are essentially trying to manage this organization going forward. So I want the delegates to know that. And then the last thing is to have fun.
Yeah.
I want my delegates to really enjoy their time on the committee.
Absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of that point of wealth, the net worth of the 32 owners is about $32 billion.
It's a lot of money.
Incredible.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah. So you'll have a lot of money to work with come up, Monk.
Financial stability won't probably be a problem.
Yeah. No, I don't foresee that. But also, so for the delegates coming and that are going to be joining you, what do you expect out of them? What do you really look for in an ideal delegate? When you go out to hand the awards down, what key qualities are you going to be looking for?
Yeah. So I think a very important element is knowing your facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important thing. I guess everyone can probably guess that. You got to know your substance before you enter into this.
Absolutely.
The second is being able to collaborate with people. Everyone's going to have ideas. I debate on the circuit. It's very competitive. There are a lot of intelligent, incredibly bright people on the circuit, but you have to be willing to collaborate. In many ways, you have to be willing to give up your own ego for the sake of the general committee. I'll be looking for that. And the third thing is someone who is gracious. Leadership, which is what I hope to at least try to foster within this committee, is less about taking power than about giving it. And that's going to be very relevant and obvious to me when I look at people when I'm deciding and when the committee is deciding on who to give awards to. Remember that good leaders don't necessarily mean passing the most directives. I want my delegates to keep that in mind, because I go on the circuit all the time and I know that that's the mindset. It's not always the exact way you should be thinking about it. Good leadership is oftentimes about working with other people and making sure that everyone is involved. And it becomes very obvious who the best leaders are in committee because of that very integral quality.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. Very model you unlike. So last question.
Sure.
I think personally the most important, I think our delegates will agree, is what is your favorite chick flick and why?
I'm going to have to go with Love Actually. It's an amazing movie. If you haven't watched it, please do find a significant other, or just watch it by yourself. It is a great movie. I'd say this. Why? Because it shows the very imperfection of human beings in trying to succeed at finding this other individual in life to love, and love in different ways that you would love a friend, than you would love even your parents, but truly love wholly and completely. There's a great scene in Love Actually when one of the characters, Juliet, played by Keira Knightley, and a guy named Mark, I forget his name, his actual name, but basically he knocks on the door, and it's Christmas time. It's simulated Christmas time in the movie, and he's got a little jukebox, and he plays "Oh Silent Night," and while he's playing that, he has about 10 or 15 poster boards, and they basically say all these really interesting things, and it eventually gets to the part where this is Christmas time, and we're supposed to be honest with each other, and he pulls up the next poster board and it says, "And to me, you are perfect." And at the end of it, he just walks away. He doesn't ask for anything. He doesn't say anything vocally to her. He just shows her these poster boards, and he walks away. About 10 seconds later, as he's walking, Julia comes out of the house and comes to him and gives him a kiss, and I'm assuming they get together and are a couple. But it's a really, really beautiful moment. It's a very fragile moment because you see how human relationships are. But that's one
Wow.
movie. Talk to me more about
that was way more profound than I was expecting. Most people had a pithy one-line statement. Man, I feel like I know what love is now.
Hey man, it's Love Actually.
Love Actually.
Hey,
there you have it. Wow.
Honestly.
Pitch the movie better than the actors on the late night show, huh?
Yeah, they better give me some royalties.
Yeah, there you go.
Marketing
Gabe putting his
before
pitch in, huh? All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you at UPMUNC, and get excited. It's going to be an excellent time. NFL Owners is going to be sure to be one of the best committees UPMUNC has to offer. So I look forward to this. It will be the best.
You will have a lot of fun.
You will. We have a lot of fun running it, and that's certainly going to reflect. And we look forward to for you all to join us. So we'll see you then. Thanks so much, guys.
Good. Thanks.